You've heard of Bigfoot, Nessie, and even Mothman. Their stories are famous, passed down through generations, and splashed across headlines. But the world of the unknown is far deeper and darker than most realize. There are cryptids that never made the headlines. There are monsters whispered about late at night, legends that faded into the shadows before they ever saw the light of day. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on these forgotten tales. We're exploring 6 obscure cryptids and the strange, unsettling stories that surround them. Our journey begins in the remote Trinity Alps of Northern California. Since the 1920s, miners and hikers have shared hushed accounts of something monstrous lurking beneath the cold, clear waters of the region's lakes. Witnesses described a creature that defies belief, a smooth-skinned salamander, but one of immense size, growing over 8 feet long. They spoke of a head as large as a human's and a powerful, serpentine body that moved like an eel through the frigid depths. One of the most compelling accounts came in the 1950s, from a fisherman who claimed he hooked one of these behemoths. He described a terrifying battle before the line snapped, and the creature dove back into the abyss, disappearing from sight. Scientists, intrigued by the persistent rumors, investigated the lakes. They searched the waters, but their nets and traps only brought up ordinary, known species of salamanders. The official conclusion was that no giant creature existed. Yet, some locals hold on to a different belief. They whisper that the giant salamanders are not gone, but have simply retreated to deeper, unexplored basins, remaining hidden from the modern world, waiting in the cold, silent dark. From the deep lakes, we travel to the misty redwood forests of Humboldt County, California, to the town of Arcata. Here, a different kind of legend has taken root, one that is small in stature, but large in mystery: the Arcata Gnome. Residents have reported seeing a small, humanoid figure, barely knee-high, darting through the twilight. It's often spotted near fences or vanishing behind the glow of streetlights at dusk. Those who claim to have seen it describe hearing strange high-pitched chirping sounds, and some have even accused it of stealing fruit from their gardens. Almost as soon as the first sightings were reported, the Arcata Gnome became a peculiar local phenomenon, quickly spreading into online culture. It appeared on social media feeds, became the subject of dedicated subreddits, and starred in grainy, speculative videos. Skeptics, of course, offer more mundane explanations. They suggest the fleeting glimpses are nothing more than misidentified raccoons, cats, or perhaps even deliberate hoaxes designed to stir up local intrigue. But for many in Arcata and beyond, the legend of the gnome continues to captivate the imagination, a tiny, elusive mystery hiding just at the edge of our vision. Now, we head to the flat, open prairies of McPherson County, Kansas, where a bizarre event gave birth to a short-lived but terrifying legend. It all started when 2 friends went fishing in a sinkhole that had been flooded by heavy rains. As they cast their lines into the murky water, they claimed a slick, serpentine shape erupted from the surface. It was a creature unlike anything they had ever seen, and they named it Sinkhole Sam. Eyewitness descriptions painted a horrifying picture: a gray, slippery beast, longer than a car, writhing and twisting just beneath the water. For a brief period, other sightings were reported around the same sinkhole, fueling local panic and curiosity. But as winter approached and the temperatures dropped, the sightings ceased. The creature, whatever it was, simply vanished. No carcass was ever found, no clear photographs were ever taken, and no physical proof was ever left behind. When the waters receded, there was nothing. All that remained were the stories, a fleeting legend of a monster that appeared from nowhere and disappeared just as mysteriously. Our next stop takes us to the humid, atmospheric swamps of the American South. In this region, steeped in folklore, there are tales of a creature known as the river lizard. Fishermen and those living near the water's edge have described a bizarre animal that is both reptilian and vaguely humanoid. It's said to have scaly skin, visible gills, and the unnerving ability to sometimes walk upright on two legs, and at other times, scuttle on all fours. It emerges from the dark rivers and dense swamps, almost exclusively at night. Unlike the more famous lizard man of Scape or Swamp, this creature has remained largely in the shadows of local lore. Witnesses report that it is incredibly shy and elusive, almost always slipping back into the water or melting into the thick undergrowth the moment it's spotted. It seems to actively avoid human observation, making it more of a ghostly presence than a physical threat. The river lizard exists as a whisper, a fleeting shape in the moonlight, a chilling reminder that some things in the deepest parts of the swamp prefer to remain undiscovered. In 1968, near the small town of Granttown, West Virginia, a man named Jennings Frederick had an encounter that was not just strange, but utterly surreal. While walking in the woods, he claimed he came face to face with a tall, thin being that he would later call the Vegetable Man. He described it as having semi-transparent, green-hued skin, giving it a plant-like appearance. Its fingers, he said, ended in suction cups, and its most haunting feature was a pair of large, glowing orange eyes. According to Frederick, the creature emitted a high-pitched, vibrating hum and, astonishingly, communicated with him telepathically. It conveyed a simple, reassuring message that it was only observing and meant him no harm. After this brief, bizarre interaction, the Vegetable Man vanished without a trace, never to be seen again. There were no other witnesses and no physical evidence. The story is so outlandish that many believe it was not a real, physical encounter, but perhaps a waking dream, or a psychological event or reflection of the era's fears and hopes about life beyond our world, manifested in a truly bizarre form. Our final forgotten tale comes from Crawfordsville, Indiana, in the year 1891. One evening, residents of the town were thrown into a state of panic by something they saw hovering above their rooftops. It was a massive, shapeless creature, described as an eyeless, cloud-like form that writhed and pulsed in the night sky. It was said to have fin-like appendages that propelled it through the air, and witnesses reported hearing a disturbing sound, like the wheezing of a great pair of lungs. The creature reportedly swooped low over the town, circling the steeple of a local church, terrifying the locals who watched from the streets below. The story became front-page news. Eventually, a pair of naturalists offered a more rational explanation. They suggested that the monster was likely a massive flock of killdeer, birds known to fly in tight, undulating formations. They argued that their appearance was distorted by the misty night air and the flickering glow of the town's new electric streetlights. Despite this explanation, many who saw it remained convinced they had witnessed something otherworldly. The memory of the Crawfordsville Monster endures as a chilling piece of American folklore. A fascinating case study in folklore, fear, and the strange tricks our perception can play on us. These 6 cryptids, though lesser known, are just as intriguing as their more famous cousins. Some may be real creatures, still hiding in the world's forgotten corners. Others might be products of overactive imaginations, local hoaxes, or simple misidentifications. And some may have their roots in natural phenomena, filtered through the lens of human fear. Which of these strange stories unsettled you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy exploring the unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more journeys into the shadows. Thanks for watching.